Welcome back, Saber fans. Tony here from Sabers, and today another install review for you. If you're new to the channel, I do install, repair, and review these sabers, so please like, comment, and subscribe. Also, website RunSabers.com, where you can find my 3D files and sound fonts. So if you're interested in that, do check out the link in the description below. So here we have a k4v2 89sabers Obi-Wan Kenobi lightsaber. The customer reached out to me on Instagram and basically wanted the full install, and so very nice overall saber. I believe I used a SaberBay Chassis for this one actually, and then it has two buttons, power and aux. You've got a stock echo connector in there, a decent amount of blade depth. This one has been weathered, not by me, but another company probably came that way. You've got, of course, you got Proffieboard 3.9, a 28mm bass speaker. You've got an Allen key, or retention screw, I should say, inside here that has the chassis retention. You can undo that, and then you have a fully removable chassis system. You've got a kill switch on this side. Technically, you can turn the saber on and off without removing the chassis at all. You've got a removable battery, positive facing the blade, negative facing the speaker. You've got a stock echo connector on there, and then inside the grenade section, you've got the Saber Armory hilt side PCB. So really, very nice system there. You've got, again, two buttons. I did 3D print an adapter for the buttons because this 89sabers model did not come with the buttons. In previous models it used to, but now they don't, so I just 3D print this little adapter thing and put my own buttons on there. Power and aux, running ProffieOS 7.11, 28mm bass speaker from Smuggler's Outpost, very loud. The customer here just wanted a certain amount of fonts, not a lot, I think it was just 10 or so, and so yeah, so turn on this saber.
Where did you dig up that old fossil?
He did ask for certain boot sounds and force effects to be included on this, and so those will be featured on here. Of course, to put the chassis back in, you want to make sure that it's on, or press the chassis in. Make sure it's making contact with the buttons. And then you want to retention screw the chassis down. And then, of course, you can put the pommel back on. Now, when it comes to the pommel cap, I did take it off because it sounds a lot better without it. It's very loud anyways, but it'll be a lot louder without it. And then you want this in the 5 o'clock or so position. Then you can put your bubble strip back on. And then, of course, you got your blade to put in. So, without further ado, let's put in a blade and show you off the fonts and some of the features. Alright, so here we have a 27-inch blade for here in the studio. It will, of course, come with a 32-inch blade. The first up, we have OB4 by k4v2. This is the V2 version. This is the Cantina version, specifically. So, nice, unstable buildup. Got a white swing. Blasters. So for functionality, you want to tap to turn on the saber with the power button, which is the top one. It does have gesture features, so you can twist on and twist off. For force effects or quotes, you can just hold it down for 2 seconds and let go.
I was once a Jedi Knight, same as your father. The Jundland wastes are not to be traveled lightly. I haven't gone by the name of Obi-Wan since before you were born.
There's a lot of them on there. For multi-blast, you want to hold down the aux button for 2 seconds and let go. You can swing your saber to do blasters. To have it, tap once more. You're good to go. For clashes, just clash the saber. The Proffieboard's kind of located towards the middle of the grenade section, so you kind of want to hit there. There you go. For lockup, you want to hold and clash. For lightning block, you want to hold power, tap aux. What else? Color changing, you can hold aux, tap power. Go into color changing, you can just cycle through the color wheel. You can go back to the previous coded color and hit aux. If you want to fine tune the color, you can hold down the power button and then go to confirm. For this, we'll just go back to the previous coded color. Now, the customer asked that the track be the Cantina scene, but the coded track on here is the Force theme. For coded tracks, you want to tilt the blade up and then hold the power button for 2 seconds and let go. If you want to go to the track player, you want to tilt the blade sideways and do the same thing. This will have a track player on there, so you can choose different tracks, which has the Cantina on there. Hit power to select it. Of course, turn on the saber afterwards. Yeah, next up.
Obi-Wan Kenobi.
This is the Death Star version of OB4 by k4v2. It's a little bit different force effects.
If you strike me down, I shall become more powerful than you can possibly
This also has Kenobi's theme on there. It's not going to read it correctly. This has Ben's death on there. Yeah. Next up,
Obi-Wan.
this is Obi-3 by Kyberphonic. Of course, Episode 3 version. Smooth swing on this is a bit quieter than the other fonts. Everything else is extremely loud. Force effects on there. This also have tracks on there. Anakin vs. Obi-Wan. Next up.
No. I am your father.
This is ESB Graflex V2 by Kyberphonic. This is the best bin version. So same blade style as the Ben Kenobi, an unstable white build-up, and then a white swing. Different force effects on here. This will have a Luke versus Vader track on there. But yeah, next up. Now, the customer asked for Father V2, but he did not specify which one. I did put all of them on there, I believe. So here is the Rogue One version, I think. Yeah. Different quotes on here as well.
You'll speak to the Emperor about it.
Be careful not to choke on your aspirations, Director. You do have a great many things to explain.
This will have, of course, the hallway scene on there. Next up. This is the New Hope version.
Obi-Wan is here. The Force is with him.
This will have the March theme on there. Next up. Empire Strikes Back.
No, Captain. They're alive. I want every ship available to sweep the asteroid field until they are found. Clumsy as he is stupid. General, prepare your troops for a surface attack.
Return of the Jedi.
The Emperor has been expecting you. What of the reports of the rebel fleet massing near Sullust?
This will have the throne duel on there. But yeah. Next up. Unstable V2 by Kyberphonic. Or this might be V1. I might have included both. I think it's one.
The Darksaber.
No, I just included one.
It belongs to you.
Dark V3 by Kyberphonic. With my own custom blade style for the Dark Sword. A bit more stable. Has a brown noise flicker kind of gradually going up there, which is very cool. Different force effects. Of course, this has the Mando track on there.
In order for her to wield the Darksaber again, she would need to defeat you in combat.
Next up.
Ahsoka Tano! Bo-Katan sent me.
This is the Sorcerer V1 by Kyberphonic. A nice, normal, stable silver.
Where is Grand Admiral Thrawn?
This will have Mando Jedi track on there. Yeah. Next up.
Second sister.
This is the second by Kyberphonic / K Sith. Has a kind of Inquisitor blade style to it. Next up. This is a Proton Pack from Ghost Sucker from Kyberphonic. Now this one you can twist slowly to do the intensity twist. And so it'll change the type of stuff on here. Very loud. Next up. This is Metamorphose. This is a Transformers, I think, inspired font by Kyberphonic. Just copied the blade style from the video. It's just a solid blue. I did make a custom track for this called Arrival, which is when Transformers arrive in the first Bay movie. But yeah. Next up.
A Jedi Knight.
This is ROTJ Hero by yours truly. This is a Return of the Jedi Luke Skywalker font. Yeah.
It'll take time. Great. Come on. It is the name of your true self you've only forgotten. I know there is good in you. The Emperor hasn't driven it from you fully.
This will have the Bard scene on there. Yeah. Next up.
Lord Vader.
This is Rogue Vader by K Sith. This will have the Rogue One hallway scene on there as well. Next up. And last but not least, you have your passive battery monitor, which fades from green to red depending on the battery voltage, and of course the party blade. So that includes the install for the 89sabers K4v2. Of course, I hope the customer enjoys it. I hope you enjoyed the review. Have a wonderful day, and may the Force be with you.